Well, Woody, back to action tomorrow as you'll face AFC Wimbledon. Back to league action, so how have the team fared in getting ready for this one?
Actually, surprisingly in good spirits. They've had a really good training week. Naturally, off the back of the FA Youth Cup, you'd expect a few disappointed faces and with the sort of like the next couple of weeks for second years and some decisions to be made, you'd expect them to be a little bit quieter than normal. But they've been at it. They've worked hard. They've done everything right this week. So we're looking forward to the game tomorrow now.
Well, it's the first time we've caught up since the FA Youth Cup. So, looking back at your journey and all of the rounds that the boys did go through, what is your overall assessment of how valuable that competition's been?
Overall, really proud of the boys as an academy, group of staff, and as a club. So really proud of their achievements. The challenges and experiences we've had across that journey have been brilliant for everybody involved. Most importantly, the players. That will hold them in good stead. And in the weeks, months, and years to come, they'll look back on that journey and be really proud of what they've achieved as a group. They are a good group. I speak about every week that they work hard together, push each other. The competition's good on and off the pitch, and that's why they've done so well in the FA Youth Cup. Obviously disappointing to go out, just couldn't quite get the goal on the night, but really proud of their achievements.
Don't want to talk too much about the Bristol performance now we're out of that competition, but what's your overall assessment of how you felt the boys did on that evening and what they can take from that game now moving into Merit League One?
Yeah, I think overall, sort of like the group's reflections and players as well were that first half we didn't look like us as a team. Second half we left everything out there. A couple of chances where it could have gone our way. Decision making in the final third and then crucial moments. I think if we get a goal, I think the tie could be flipped on its head. Support was brilliant. It was great to see the town get behind our younger players and the effect that the younger boys have had on Swindon as a whole. So lots we learnt. Win, lose or draw, we still reflect as a group. We sat down on Monday, went through everything and some honest reflections from players and from staff, and we use them as learning experiences going forward now.
And honestly, as deflating as a performance or an exit from a competition like that may be, there's still a lot to play for these boys.
Yeah, so over the next few weeks, back to Merit League action, so look to get some positive performances and hopefully some good results. There will be an opportunity for our under-16s now to come into the under-18s environment and work closely with our first years, our under-17s, so that sort of like next stage of everybody's journey. Our under-18s will look to try and expose some players to the non-league environment and football in the local area, and then hopefully some more first-team involvement in training and games. So lots to look forward to. It's always about what's next, reflect, move forward, and then try and learn and continue to push on as individuals.
Just talking about those 18s, there's a really critical time for those under-18s players now, those second-year scholars of what's next for them now and what opportunities there are out there and training more with the first team and also seeing if there are other avenues where they can go and play some men's football.
Yeah, so from our point of view, we still work with them week in, week out and every day and try and develop them as individuals. In the next sort of few weeks, the club will sit down and make some big decisions on all of our second years. So that's natural. That's what happens at the end of their second year as a scholar, and we always talk about how quickly them 2 years will disappear. Don't wait. Make sure you take your opportunity, like they have done in the FA Youth Cup, like they did in the Youth Alliance League as a group. A lot of individual good performances, a lot of individuals going in the right direction. So as well as a good journey, we have got good players, good people. So what have they learned, and then can they take that forward in whatever's next in their football journey?
Just on the flip side, the 16s getting an opportunity now to have a look at some under-18s football and really trying to mould some relationships between the 16s and 17s looking ahead to next season.
Yeah, we talk a lot about relationships and partnerships as a group, role models from under-18s right the way through down to under-8s. So the effect that we have as an under-18s environment on the whole academy. So them nights that we've had FA Youth Cup games here, and we've had lots of our academy players watching the game. They can see and look up to players and know them by name. So we want more and more of that if possible. Hopefully more and more players playing in our first team. But now it's about our under-16s that are at the end of our schoolboy journey, stepping into our scholarship programme, pushing and stretching the 16s, 17s and 18s again, so creating a competitive squad in readiness almost for next year's group.
And some of these 16s have already tasted some under-18s experience this season, so it's going to be really exciting for more of them to get a taste of that.
Yeah, so Harry Gray and Kean have been around the group quite a lot. Owen's had some exposure, Joe Whitty and everybody in the Luton game recently, they had that opportunity to be around it. We've also got 2 under-16 exciting goalkeepers that will be challenging, pushing each other. So we look forward to exposing them over the next few weeks as well. And now it's about them grasping their opportunity and pushing and stretching to get in and around the under-18s as much as they can.
And just lastly, touching on the under-18s and how important this kind of phase is for them now as they see out their scholarship programme. What's next for them, and where could we see some of these 18s playing?
Yeah, so a lot of work's been done off the pitch to develop them as people. We'll still be pushing and stretching to make them the best they can be, but also trying to stretch and challenge them individually within their football career. So it may look different for each individual. Their journeys will go on different routes. We'll support everybody through that, through myself as coaches and through Sophie through player care, and make sure we're doing everything we can for every single player within our under-18s programme.
Well, let's look ahead to tomorrow then. AFC Wimbledon at home, and you're going back to the RAU for this one. So what's your player availability like since the FA Youth Cup?
Yeah, so we'll have everybody who's been fit and competitive over the last few weeks. We'll look to expose some of our under-17s across two pitches as well, so we'll make sure that we maintain minutes for everybody. Now that we can get back on the same site as the under-16s, we have all of our 15, 16, 17s and 18s all on the same site, so we can start to move players across, stress and stretch players and challenge them in different games and different environments for starts or maybe coming on as impact players. So we'll start to see now, and everybody and our supporters will start to see some new names and some new faces and in readiness for sort of like the under-18s programme going into next year.
And as much as you mentioned the boys like playing at Corinium, it's really important that we're starting to make RAU a real home for the academy.
Yeah, we use RAU as a training venue on Tuesdays and Thursdays, weather permitting, but that's our home venue, home grass pitch. We have to make sure that we can play as well as what we have done at other venues when we're there. Yes, the pitch can be a little bit difficult at times because of the weather we've had, but we have to try and not use them as excuses, find solutions and be able to deal with different variables and challenges that have been chucked at them across the year. As a whole, across the whole sort of 3 quarters of the year that we've had so far, they've took to each challenge well, and when we haven't quite got the results or the performance, we've reflected and we've moved on and adapted quite quickly, and then we've had a response. So looking forward to getting back into a game, performance being the most important thing tomorrow, exposure for all of our players across both pitches and making sure everyone's getting good game time and good minutes, and continuing everyone's individual journey.
So Wimbledon, what do you know about them and what threat will they pose tomorrow?
Not as much as what we do for the games programme that we're in for the first part of the season. So they're in the southeast. They finished second in their league just behind Luton, so they're a good side, good academy. A lot of players get through and play in their first team and develop in their careers as well. So it's always an interesting game. They try and play the right way. We play very similar, so it's about taking the chances, and we speak about being ruthless in the final third and the importance of both boxes. In the Bristol City game, in both boxes we fell just short. In our other games in the FA Youth Cup and most of our league games, we've been really good, defended the goal well and taken our chances when they've come. So hopefully we'll do that tomorrow and build some confidence going into the final stages now of the season.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, Carl.